Welcome to Dr. Costine's commentary. My name is Dr. Lauren Costine, and I am very glad that you're here today. I wanted to continue to talk about the LGBT history and continuing to frame how Christianity was developed in the context of Western civilization and how it has influenced society today. So I talked a little bit about St. Paul, who was one of the founding fathers of Christianity. And today I want to talk about Augustine, who was also a very influential founding father of Christianity. Augustine lived around 330 Common Era, so about 330 years after Jesus. And he was originally kind of a partier, actually, and I'm going to use modern day terms to sort of spice it up a little bit, but he was a gambler and a drinker and a womanizer for a large part of his younger adult years. And then he actually kind of had a conversion and kind of a born-again Christian experience, and he became a Christian. And then he became a philosophizer of Christianity. And he wrote about it a lot, and he spoke about it a lot. And it sounds like, he had a lot of sexual issues. And initially sounds like he acted out a lot sexually along with his drinking and using. And so when he quit all that, he became a Christian and quit all of it, he actually wrote a lot about how lust was the most dangerous of the 7 deadly sins. He also had a lot of issues with women, and he also was homophobic. So again, what ended up happening around this time with these men that were shaping society very distinctly is sexuality continues to be demonized and made bad. And at this point, you have to remember we've got the Adam and Eve myth that's influencing society as well. And that myth again says that female sexuality is a bad thing, and it's Eve's sexuality that got her in trouble, and then eventually got humankind into trouble in the eyes of God. So St. Paul is believing this, and he's writing and talking about this. Augustine is writing and talking about this. Lust is bad, sex is bad, don't enjoy it. Feel shame if you want to enjoy it or feel a need to be a sexual person. And so we start seeing the seeds of a society that feels so much shame for its sexuality on multiple levels, but mostly in relation to women and in relation to LGBT folk. And so this, again, is in the society, and it's being passed down, and it's being passed down through Christianity, which becomes the most influential component of everyone's lives at this time. And Christianity becomes the moral compass for people. And there wasn't a lot of understanding of science back then. There wasn't a lot of understanding of things that they could prove that we have today. And so the Christian church influenced people and told people what was moral and what was not. And this seeped into the psyche of everyone. And we are still feeling it today, because especially in America, we have a society that's extremely confused around its sexuality from all perspectives. We have objectification constantly used in our marketing and media, yet the double standard of female sexuality being something that women can control, and they're demonized if they're sexual, if we are demonized if we're sexual, and LGBT people are demonized. And one of the horrible stereotypes that promotes all the phobias is believing that an LGBT person is only focused on their sex. Like that's the only component of our relationships that exists, when of course it involves so much more. It involves an emotional component, the physical component, the sacred component, part partnering up. All kinds of really important pieces are a part of who we are when we have a partner. So again, that's a little component of why we feel what we do today and why we think the way we think today. And I'll continue to talk about this more in other segments. Thank you.